Ignorance is agriculture's biggest challenge when connecting with consumers. The United States has more bus drivers than farmers. Unfortunately, a majority of today's consumers are at least 3 generations removed from culture, are not literate about where food comes from and how it's produced, and tend to have high expectations. Because these consumers don't know the people who produce the product, they are driving regulations from a basis of non-trust rather than a basis of trust. The result does not benefit consumers or animal agriculture. The United States Secretary of Ag, Tom Vilsack, remarked that 98% of Americans are several generations removed from direct farming. What do you think agriculture is about?
Agriculture makes me think of FFA and people showing their animals like cows, goats, and sheep at the fair. I think of farmer, I think of men growing crops and them raising cattle.
What does PETA think agriculture is about? PETA once called for the practice of Indy 500 winners drinking milk to be banned, as it is cruel to calves as well as racist due to African Americans having an enzyme which made milk difficult to digest. PETA has compared killing chickens to the Holocaust and has killed over 30,000 animals. PETA is connected to terrorist groups and is responsible for over $43 million in damages. PETA is against honey, horseback riding, blind eye guide dogs, and pets are forbidden. In 2008, PETA requested Ben & Jerry's use of human breast milk instead of cow's milk for their ice cream. PETA advocates the wearing of fur by homeless people and openly donates fur products to be worn by people in third world countries. What agriculture is really about.
I think farmers produce anything that you can come to imagine. They basically harvest, grow, produce anything that you use on a daily basis. You can look at something such as this chair. The cotton that's in the chair was grown on a farm.
I think agriculture is important, and it's important for sustaining life. And I think for me, I study welfare and behavior, and so for me it was important for us to meet the demands of a growing population while still maintaining good animal welfare practices and keeping everyone happy. So the people that don't understand agriculture practices, getting them some education so that they know what we're doing and why we do what we do, and that we do take care of our animals well, while still meeting those demands and producing a high quality product and also large quantities of that product.
The producers are consumers, so they're a subset of the total population of consumers. I think some of the folks that think we're not doing a good job raising a wholesome product, or that we don't take food safety seriously enough, don't realize that we're consuming what we produce. So if we're a dairy producer, we're more than likely drinking milk from the cows that we're milking every day. If we're a beef producer, I know at home we ate our own beef, we produced our own beef. And so if we're willing to eat it and feed it to our families, obviously we take food safety seriously. And we do have the safest food supply in the world. It can be better, and we have more emphasis upon food safety now. So a lot of the consumers just need to be well educated and to know about food and GMOs and different aspects of that, to know that we're trying to do the best we can to increase food production on a limited amount of acres. Animal rights groups are going to continue to pose challenges to us because they don't necessarily, or certainly we're not on the same page that they are relative to animal production. Having grown up on a ranch myself, I know that we did the best job we could to take care of our animals. We treated them well. We wanted them to be productive. We didn't put them in a barn every night like some people think we should do or whatever, but we did provide for them and did the best job we could. we need to do a better job of telling our story